Breakpoint, 15 countries, 12 finalists, one amazing vision. Empower Caribbean companies to take on export markets. Over 13 weeks, we meet more than 30 companies selected from over 15 Caribbean countries. We follow their journey, from their first coaching sessions at the University of the West Indies School of Business in Barbados, where they not only learn the fundamentals of business communication, but have all of their presentations individually reviewed and critiqued by business development educators. Amazing advice, unparalleled insight. Dedicated entrepreneurs vying to convince 4 judges to choose their company to be among the 12 finalists who travel to London to make their final pitch in front of angel investors, distributors and retailers that could change their future and move them forward. Last week on Breakpoint.
We have some big winners and we have some big losers.
Amazing, innovative technology.
You have an incredible product. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind.
This is the best we've seen today.
Everybody loves it, and you will too. It's just fabulous.
The regional judges viewed presentations from 4 budding entrepreneurs vying to win the chance to pitch to venture capitalists in London. Who will it be? The innovative manufacturer of an eco-friendly steam generator? The agro-processing producer of pepper sauces? The lifestyle clothing line with the excellent branding? Or the Jamaican food exporter with an eye on Europe? The decision was so tough, the judges decided upon 2 firms, Diana Files from Merck Import and Natalie Grandinson from Central Food Packers.
Bottom line is that it's very simple and flexible, and it has a lot of features that the competition just doesn't have.
Central Food Packers Limited, manufacturers of Sunright and Sunright Select brand, highest quality Jamaican foods you'll find on the export market.
Breakpoint, a Caribbean export development agency initiative to assist innovative entrepreneurs to break into Europe.
Breakpoint and the EPA funds are important for us.
A partnering of such magnitude can actually make a big difference.
Great opportunity for us to seize those moments now.
A regional competition showcasing Caribbean products and industry.
Seashell Consulting has created the project Exhibit.
Makeup for exotic skin tones.
On the first layer of clothing.
Develop animation and digital content.
Giving training and valuable expertise.
Still, I'm not sure what she's selling.
I think it's a very strong point that you have.
I think you're going to make it successful.
Creating a catalyst to take the Caribbean to the world.
We have a brand that has a huge niche market.
Presenting a real Caribbean identity.
I really think that this is a winning project.
Here are the judges for Breakpoint. 6 of the most enterprising and successful businessmen and women in the Caribbean. Today, they're about to make or break the dreams of these budding entrepreneurs. These leading business people bring years of experience to the table. Preeminent business leader Dr. Basil Springer was a consultant to the Caribbean Development Bank and established the Caribbean Business Enterprise Trust, Inc. Awarded the Barbados Gold Crown of Merit in 2000, Dr. Springer is also a motivational speaker and provides workshops on his management of business matrix.
I've had a lot of experience over the last 12 years in enterprise development. So when I was asked by the Caribbean Export to participate as a judge in this very interesting exercise, I could not refuse.
Joseph Mathalon has a wealth of experience in the business world. As the owner and principal of Jamaica management consultancy firm CSL Projects, he is an expert in restructuring businesses to improve logistics and efficiency.
I found it was very, very interesting, a very useful program. It gave me an opportunity to mentor some of the young upcoming entities in the region.
Genevieve Jodhan is the Executive Manager of Export and Business Development at one of the world's leading manufacturers of rum and bitters, Angostura Limited. She is currently the only female logistician in the Caribbean.
I agreed to be a judge at Breakpoint because of my experience in trading with the EU markets and having first-hand knowledge of how difficult it is to actually stay in the market once you enter.
Alan Brzezinski is Managing Director of preeminent Grenadian retailer Jonas Brown & Hubbard. Well versed to advise our candidates, he is a past president of the Grenada Chamber of Industry and Commerce.
I am always very impressed to see Caribbean people who have the entrepreneurial spirit.
CEO of leading advertising agency Freestyle Inc., Kenny Green's diverse portfolio also includes co-founder and director of mobile content provider Pixon Phones and director of Nature Isle Realty.
I felt that it was an excellent opportunity to lend some of my experience to the program and also to get an understanding of what is going on around the region in terms of people building capacity to be able to go into other markets.
Notable investment and securities dealer Christopher Williams is the co-founder and CEO of Proven Investments Limited, a multi-million-dollar investment company. He was also deputy chairman of the Jamaica Stock Exchange.
I chose to be a judge in Breakpoint because of the opportunity that it presents, not just for the region, but for the individual entrepreneurs to develop. And I think that what we're trying to do here is really build a generation of entrepreneurs that will last way beyond our lifetime. And so my ability to participate in that process is something that you just can't say no to.
Together, they will decide who will go forward. Will any of today's hopeful entrepreneurs win the opportunity to pitch in London? Let's now take a look at the criteria for Breakpoint. The candidate must show a clear opportunity for the product in the market. The firm must demonstrate a competitive level of product innovation. There must be a compelling position on which to build the brand. The product must be in a position to benefit from the advantages of the EPA. The firm must be able to show market readiness for entry in less than 6 months, and the candidate must be able to show industry knowledge and possess management and leadership experience. The first step for the budding entrepreneurs was to submit a video pitch to Breakpoint. The successful firms then participated in a preparatory session at Cave Hill School of Business in Barbados. FaceTime with top mentors who analysed their business model and advised them on preparing their pitch. We first head to St. Lucia, to an online business-to-business social media network. Exhibit has been developed by the firm Seashell Consulting, as Paula Fritz explains.
Seashell is about people, it's about bringing meaning to people's lives, it's about bringing change and helping entrepreneurs, SMEs in particular, find creative ways in finding markets. It really began with the great vision of my sister, who is the lead CEO.
Our services include market entry, brand development, new product development, and business support for internationalization. As the brand implies, this will give firms in the Caribbean and Europe the opportunity to exhibit their products and services and connect with potential buyers, partners, etc. A social media type concept online. We are ready to implement this project to create a bridge between Europe and the Caribbean so that all can effectively benefit from the EPA.
Now we move to Trinidad, to a cosmetics company that prides itself on manufacturing makeup for diverse skin tones. Sasha Cosmetics has been in operation for over 30 years and was the official cosmetics of the Miss Universe and Miss USA pageants. CEO Dr. Uta Maharaj explains.
Sasha is a 33-year-old makeup brand that was developed in Trinidad for the cosmopolitan mix that exists in Trinidad. The challenge of Sasha in doing makeup in Trinidad is that you have to fit all different ethnic groupings, different skin tone types, different skin types, and to be able to be a successful line there, you cannot exclude any possible ethnic groups.
I'm Kama Maraj, founder and managing director of Sasha Cosmetics, manufacturers of a premium brand of cosmetics, the leading brand of cosmetics in the region, highly acclaimed for its superb quality, innovative products, and sensational colors. By becoming the official cosmetics of the Miss Universe pageant and the Miss USA pageant.
Factoid about the Economic Partnership Agreement, EPA. The removal of tariffs on goods originating from Europe will be subject to a liberalization period of up to 25 years. There are 2 more diverse Caribbean firms to meet when we return on Breakpoint. Back at the online B2B networking company, Seashell Consulting, Paula was fully organized and prepared for her coaching session.
I feel really very excited about this coaching session in my preparation. I think we've done a lot of work which will take us to where we really want to go. Today is extremely exciting for me. It's the first opportunity that I have to present this business at that level. And I'm really looking forward to, finishing it up and enjoying whatever else is there too. Exhibit is a platform that will empower companies to effectively take advantage of the EPA opportunities. And some of the EPA opportunities are the cost of attending trade shows and exhibitions, to meet buyers and resellers are extremely high. And so we believe that the APA will offer better opportunities for business ventures to access markets within the APA. Exhibit is a necessary tool that will drive trade relations between Europe and the Caribbean. The network will be user-friendly and will not only give companies an opportunity to create online showrooms, but also the opportunity to gain marketing and international business support. The online presence on Exhibit will also work towards optimizing their media example websites. In an internet world of clutter and millions of pieces of information and networks, we believe it is a much needed platform to drive the success of the EPA. Thank you.
You need to get familiar information.
Yes.
So that you could interact with the audience.
Yes.
So, you know, essence then, once you know your stuff like the back of your hand, so to speak, then you could be saying to me, you know, it does this, and we do that, that kind of thing.
We have to remember, as Caribbean people, we speak really quickly.
Yes.
And you're speaking to European persons.
Yes.
Slow down your speech a little so that everyone can understand everything that you're saying. Yeah, you need your statistics, you need, you need your budget, you need to let me know how much money you want from me.
The total investment of this, and this is what we're really after, an investor, as it were, of about 200 to 250,000.
So where's that information on your sales pitch? Remember, it's a pitch.
My coaching session was excellent. I got to learn a lot. There are a lot of new ideas that have come forward based on what the feedback that I was given. I am sure that we will be very successful in this business the next time we present.
Meanwhile, at Sasha Cosmetics, Dr. Uttam Maharaj was fully prepared for his coaching session and had checked all the boxes.
Well, what we did, we got together as a team. There was a short time to prepare. However, we got together as a team of the management minds at our company, at Sasha Cosmetics, and we put together our thoughts, and we went through several versions of the PowerPoint presentations, trying to follow the guidelines. Well, first, let me thank you for the opportunity to be here and to make a presentation about our product line. Most women of this world do not have red undertones, and the European products were made to suit red undertones. We have invented a line that fits the mid-tones and the darker tones and the white tones equally well. And that means we can fit the red undertones, the yellow undertones, which is the mid-tones and wider, and even the very dark undertones, which is the yellow to green undertones. With that line, however, we also recognize that we don't want to brand it as an ethnic product. So we had to get this concept that we could sell to people. And we came up with the concept after many years of toying with words of, say, we're producing a line for women with exotic skin tones. We went and we invested in the year 1998 in becoming the official cosmetics for Miss Universe, and it happened to be in Trinidad, so it made it a lot easier for us. We are looking from this exercise to enter into new markets, specifically in this case the European markets. We are absolutely sure from all the testing we've done that we have a product that fills an currently unfulfilled demand.
What is your proposition that you're putting on the table?
We're looking for a business partner that can go with us outside of Trinidad in the international markets, in this case the UK, European community.
So when you look at your model, you're looking at how is your business actually, how is your business structured? What is the basis on which your business is going to operate? What are the key ingredients into ensuring that your business will develop and flourish? You're talking about the fact that you will retain the manufacturing in Trinidad, and that what you're going to do in terms of your growth and development for your business is about ensuring that you have global distribution channels and networks, right? Be they first in the Caribbean and then maybe further afield or so on, but you will retain all of the responsibility.
My coaching session was certainly useful. As I said before, we came in not knowing exactly how to present and what to present. So with the sessions with my coach, we were able to focus more accurately on what investors would want to see, how to present, and how to do it in an effective manner.
Hailing from Trinidad and Tobago, Miss Braffett is a social enterprise and lifestyle company focusing on the first layer of clothing. CEO Nicole Joseph Chin explains.
Miss Braffett Limited is a lifestyle company. It focuses on the first layer of clothing as a comfort mechanism for women, especially women who've had situations. We operate from the compassionate approach of taking care of women from the first layer up by providing them with suitable undergarments for any condition, from a woman who has needs in terms of comfort to a woman who's had a mastectomy or who has had any kind of augmentation or breast reduction. Our service that we offer is the customized fitting of bras, as well as mastectomy care, post-surgical care and treatment for women post-surgically after being diagnosed with breast cancer. We therefore focus on leading in customer service, leading in marketing, leading in sales, leading in business development, and these are all requisites and prerequisites for success and for channeling a course that is going to be successful.
Let's see who is ready for their regional pitch next on Breakpoint. Barbadian production company Westtoons Inc. specializes in animated digital media content. CEO Curtis Padmore explains his plans for the company.
Because of the area that we're in, it allows us to delve into some other spin-off areas like gaming, educational software, even mobile app development, and it allows us to create for a number of platforms, not just TV, although that's where we'll probably be going to very soon. Westtoons is an animation digital content production studio right here in Barbados. What we aim to do is to build a digital content driven company, primarily through animation, to develop outsourcing contracts from international companies. This is to build capacity and a sustainable business model. The production of indigenous animated entertainment is another focus that will yield cultural development whilst providing a form of entertainment that currently does not exist right here in the region. Producing animation for mobile device apps leverages new market opportunities for export, as billions of apps are downloaded annually alone. Westtoons has a dynamic vision and is developing that vision through the support of its alliance partners in Toon Boom Animation Inc., Research in Motion, and other partners through the region and internationally.
We return to Miss Braffett Limited, where CEO Nicole Joseph Chin had done her homework in advance of her coaching session.
Essentially, I did a bit of research to find out what was going to be happening as part of the Breakpoint presentation, and I'm excited. I am looking forward to the challenge. I love a good challenge, so I am looking forward to this. I'm also looking forward to learning new things and, of course, to winning. I'm looking forward to winning. We are Miss Braffett Limited, breast care specialists and bra fitters in Trinidad and Tobago. The problem is that comfort is a 24-hour day for women, because in a 24-hour day, women spend in excess of 15 hours in undergarments. Posture of inappropriately fitted undergarments comprise a woman's posture. Okay, let me go back. Can I?
Just keep going.
Good. So comfort. In a 24-hour day, women spend at least 15 hours or up to 18 in undergarments. With their posture, an inappropriately fitted undergarment can compromise a woman's posture. Health, from the health perspective, natural rate of women being diagnosed with breast cancer in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean has doubled in the last 10 years. And from the perspective of image, women need a comfortable solution to manage their image from the foundation layer.
Nicole had a confident presentation style, but Coach Brian Toppin had noticed something.
One of the things I would have mentioned in the presentation skills is the rocking. So you had the left foot rocking, and that was the other part as well, is you were creeping into the screen.
I think your presentation style was very strong. Eye contact was very good.
My coaching experience was quite interesting, because what I discovered is that I rock when I am presenting, but I guess I'm yet to see what it looks like in terms of the material. I have been encouraged to maintain the actual focus of the material, which is a slight tweaking. So I think my business model is indeed intact.
Back to the animation company Westtoons Inc. As Curtis was preparing for his training presentation, he reflected on the impact of Breakpoint for his business.
The EPA and Breakpoint means quite a lot to the development of my business. The opportunities that are now before us. Sadly to say, EPA within the Caribbean has been woefully underutilized, but that means great opportunity for us to seize those moments now. And the opportunity to do business with Europe, I think, is just simply tremendous in terms of allowing our companies to interact with each other and also develop content through agreements, through contracts, and by sharing our ideas and our culture, we can come together to support each other. Animation allows us so much innovation, so many innovative ways to use this new form of digital content that it looks like the opportune time right now. In fact, our regional governments are also seeing the need to have animation to create this digital content, to create jobs, to set up outsourcing facilities so that we get foreign exchange earning, and to allow for our own cultural identity to be exposed, not just to ourselves, but beyond our own shores and the rest of the world.
What are you asking me to do for you?
If you yourself are an animation studio, let's sit down, let's have a chat to see how we can do business. If you are not, put us in connection with somebody who we can have a business conversation with. If you're interested in offering us some capital, then let's discuss an offer.
It shows too that you have thought through and that you are clear about how this business is going to work and how you're going to make money from this business. And that's an important part for artists.
Coaching session was great. Had a chance to get some excellent feedback from two very excellent K4 School of Business employees, and they gave us some really interesting tips, some things that we probably didn't realize, and we got a little bit of tuning done to our engine so we can move from first gear to probably about third now, and hopefully in a month or so we should be ready to hit fourth gear.
With all the training done and dusted, the candidates moved forward with their new skills to the regional pitches which took place in 3 countries, Barbados, St. Lucia and Jamaica. We first head to the regional pitches in St. Lucia with the Internet Business-to-Business network, Seashell Consulting. Since company CEO Hannah Fritz was unable to attend the coaching session, her sister and colleague Paula had represented in her place.
My name is Hannah Fitz, CEO and lead consultant at Seashell Consulting Inc. Last time I missed the first coaching session, and I'm here today, anxious to meet the judges and really share my passion about the project, hoping that they too will be captivated by the whole concept that I'm proposing. The whole mission of the project is to build a bridge for trade development for European and Caribbean SMEs. We build a bridge between Europe and the Caribbean. For us, having seen that the major problem was cost, lack of knowledge, and lack of opportunity, I believe that the best solution to move forward is by creating a virtual platform that allows companies to network socially with each other, and that is focused on B2B markets, business-to-business markets. A social network that allows them to post their products online in a similar fashion to Facebook, allows them to interact with other companies and find potential distributors and resellers for their product, as well as link this with an online showroom where they can further integrate product catalog showcasing so that people can gain vital information on their products and services.
Hannah was fully utilizing her strong presentation skills, but Jamaican judge Joseph Matalon was concerned with her bottom line.
How do you earn your revenue?
First of all, you pay for your membership on Exhibit. You have access to the social network where you have all of these benefits of a Facebook-style network on a B2B level. Then the business support through our chain of professionals. We earn commission on the services rendered, whether it be brand development, website development, or anything that's involved in assisting that SME in developing their brand. So revenue is coming from that as well. The exhibitions, the virtual exhibitions are quite expensive to host in terms of the software development, which costs about 25,000 euro per show. And so persons interested in having that additional exhibition, participate in the exhibition, would pay a fee for that.
I have a couple of concerns. The platform itself, can you tell me at what stage you are on the platform?
We have a concept and we've drafted up the model and how it will work, etc. But we are seeking startup.
Okay. You did make an observation that Alibaba and EC Plaza as well is inundated with scams.
Sure.
125 euro a year is not going to dissuade a scam artist.
Sure.
Because most scam companies, actually, that's quite a low entry point for someone who wants to scam. What kind of, I mean, this could bring you down very quickly if someone does a scam on your site, even in the early stage. What kind of protection are you going to have?
Well, we are placing a lot of emphasis on security, and one of the things we have considered is to review registration before we actually allow them to go live on site. And they would have to, for instance, if you're looking at a company from Italy, they would have to produce information on their partita IVA and their certificate of incorporation to verify that this company is in fact a registered company.
Here's something you might not have known about the Economic Partnership Agreement, EPA. The EPA has facilitated market openings beyond WTO commitments in the services sector, including creative and entertainment industries. See how the firms face up to the scrutiny of the judges when we return on Breakpoint. Meanwhile, at Sasha Cosmetics, Dr. Maharaj had a successful coaching session and was fully convinced in his product's unique selling point.
I'm about to go in to see the judges, and I look forward to having a discussion with them about our company, Sasha Cosmetics. I'm hoping that I'm able to convince them that we have a great brand. We have a brand that has a huge niche market in the European and the UK community. It's an unfulfilled niche. There's a huge demand, knowing that exotic skin women, which is what we cater for, use 4 times more makeup than Caucasian women. Sasha is a 30-year-old brand of makeup that was designed to fit all skin tones, especially darker skin tones. For women who have difficulty finding makeup for their skin tones. In our cosmopolitan society, did not want to have a brand that's zoned in on a single ethnic or racial group. So we had to find a concept whereby we would market this brand. So the solutions were really to understand that foundations, if foundations is not part of your sales, loyalty moves in color cosmetics almost monthly. We are continually innovating in our color cosmetics to make them better, new colors, longer lasting, better payoff and so forth. But the third one, we had to get a concept that did not exclude anyone. Our target audience was Trinidad and Tobago, which is very similar to the world balance of races and ethnicities.
So Uttam had delivered a strong pitch, but Trinidadian judge Genevieve Jodhan pressed him further about his product.
So when you go to the EU markets or London, for example, would you be competing with budget brands?
No. The position is a premium brand. This is, I'm saying, we are actually in LA. What we're doing now, we're competing, we targeted to compete with MAC. We are about the same price.
You're the same
MAC.
price retail?
Retail.
And that product, the premium product, and forgive me if I ask a question, is that the same product you sell in Trinidad?
Yes, it is.
And you see the packaging being comparable?
Yes, because we got the comments from them, we took it back to them, and we fixed it. And my brother's daughter lives in LA. She's married to California.
And it's being sold right now in the new packaging?
It's being sold right now in the new packaging.
Do you have any samples?
No, because why I asked is that I looked at the packaging you had in the airport on the way here, and I use MAC and I use Chanel and everything. I mean, I've seen all the lipsticks, and I still think the packaging needs a little more work.
You saw you have seen the black and silver boxes.
Yes,
right.
And that's my first observation. But what are you asking for as a partner in terms of the EU market? And would you then be open to, changing your packaging again?
That's the simplest thing.
Meanwhile, at Seashell Consulting, Hannah faced some tough questioning, but was still going strong.
Another key function that we're very excited about is the virtual exhibition. This exhibition will allow companies to have synchronized meetings with potential buyers and sellers. We will have interactive webinars and conferences online. It will be hosted in virtually the same way as a traditional exhibition, with exhibition booths fully branded. Companies will have portfolios where they will have their brochures and other resources that persons can tap into. They will be able to stream videos, live chatting, messaging, and all of the other things that you are capable of doing with a live exhibition. And so this justifies our our profit projections. If you see the first year, it's very low. And this is because part of our marketing penetration strategy, I will explain later, really is get the product out there, get people using it, let them see the benefit of it, and more will come. We see our profits growing to 6.4 million in the second year. And by the 5th year, we expect revenue of 68 million.
It's a confident claim, but Joseph Matalon wasn't sure it could add up.
I can't do the mathematics so quickly, but 125,000 into $21 million. I don't think it's 168,000 companies you need to make $21 million at $125.
I have the breakdown of the number of companies needed.
I'm still confused. When I said to you 168,000 participants, you said I'm wrong. But yet you show that you need 250,000 participants.
That's over 5 years.
No, I agree. But there are not a fraction of that many companies with the potential to export in the Caribbean. I mean, I don't think we could find, what, 10,000, 15,000 companies in the Caribbean.
I understand that.
Who could export. In other words, I think your idea is a good idea. Let's not confuse what I'm saying.
Yes,
it's the economics of it that is giving me some level of confusion.
Right.
I like the plan, but I don't see how it works as a business financially. I don't see how you make financial progress with this.
I can see it clearly. I think it's proven it can work. I think at the end of the day, 250,000, yes, I agree, there are not that many in the Caribbean. But let's face it, we're not just targeting Caribbean companies. We are targeting companies in Europe and the Caribbean. At the end of the day, Europe has 23 million SMEs. To get to 250,000 is not an impossible thing.
I think the observation there, both, yeah, well, there's that, but also part of your buy-in for your European clients is going to be the availability of Caribbean partners to work with. So you won't get that critical mass if there isn't a joint buy-in.
And the size of the Caribbean market is relatively small.
But let's
to get the European.
Let's stop a minute here. I think we're thinking only, yes, I said building a bridge between the Caribbean and Europe. But if you're on the network, surely you would meet, if you're in Europe, let's say you're in France, surely you would meet someone from Romania who might want to buy your product. So the potential is not only there across regions, it is there inter-region as well.
Okay.
But it's a business-to-business service.
It's a business-to-business service. We don't offer consumer. You can't go on there as a consumer and buy products. It's just to give companies market entry services.
Okay.
Assuming they have an exportable product.
Assuming they want, well, they wouldn't come to us in the first place if they don't want to export.
Okay.
Sure. I think you need to look closer at revenue.
Right.
At how you achieve your revenues. I think that is a critical element of it. I think that's the weakness in what you have. That's a very good plan.
Good idea.
Good idea.
Thank you.
So, did you tell us what money you're seeking?
Yes, I did.
250,000.
That's euros, not Jamaican dollars.
Well, I've just seen the judges and I feel very confident about the project. I feel like its mission is very positive for both the Caribbean and Europe and benefiting from the EPA, so I feel good about it.
We return to lifestyle undergarment company Miss Braffett and a change in personnel. Since CEO Nicole Joseph Chin was unavailable for the regional pitch, Mandissa Thompson stepped forward to represent the company.
So I'm about to see the judges. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm ready. I prepared. I practiced in front of the mirror. I did everything necessary, and it's now just to execute. Good morning. I'm representing Nicole from Miss Broffett, and I'm going to talk to you all today about comfort matters. Now, those two words probably have no significance to you now, but I guarantee you at the end of the presentation, you'll understand and embrace it the way that we do. The business model is built on educate, to provide a service, and to provide a high-quality garment that goes way beyond the appearance of it. So we began in 2002 out of a need for a simple solution, transforming ourselves from a product to a person mindset, and creating a recognizable brand. Beauty Beyond the Bruises is just one of our many facets. It's geared towards post-surgical needs, that is for mastectomy and augmentation. So what is next for Miss Broffett? Going global. So what do we need? We want to take Miss Broffett global. We are going and growing, and we want to go into the UK market as listed. So we'll need three things. Location, it's selected as UK. We need marketing to make sure the right people are on board. And of course, training, because we do recognize high standards and we're not sacrificing that at all. So persons will need to be trained properly to come on board and do things the Miss Broffett way.
Mandisa had represented well, but the Jamaican judge Christopher Williams was trying to understand the business model.
So you're a retailer for those products. Do you charge for the service or no?
The initial fitting fee is charged, but if you're a survivor, we do not charge mastectomy patients at all.
So they're just buying the...
Correct.
Right.
Getting fitted and buying the bra.
So what would be the competitive advantage in the UK for a Miss Broffett? Because I'm assuming that they can get these products anywhere really in the UK.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's available to everyone. You can walk in the store and you can buy a bra. And most times when we buy something, we go home, we try it on, and it doesn't fit. What we're giving you is the service, because we start at the fitting first. You don't get anything unless you fit it. After going through that experience, we can determine what you need, because a brand may work for me and it may not work for someone else. So that is the difference between us and another retailer, that we take the time to know the client and determine what they need and then give them the item.
So if you went into Europe, you would expect that revenue to jump from thousands to what?
I would expect it to be maintained, but also increase, because the European market understands the importance of those bras and those lines. So it's not that we're going into something and trying to introduce the idea or concept to somebody. They already embraced it. So we would expect it to do well.
And the level of investment that you would envisage that you would require?
Well, it was stated to be £200,000. And that is because that is the amount it's taken since inception, that was 10 years ago, to now invested into the brand. So that's why we need that to start out. So I just saw the judges. The presentation went great, and Ms. Broffett would definitely be one of the finalists of the Breakpoint competition.
Find out next who can perform under pressure when we return on Breakpoint. Although Westoons represented well at their training session, Coach Marjorie Wharton felt they needed more work on their business strategy. Will they be ready for their regional pitch?
We're about to go and see the judges of Breakpoint now, and we feel very excited. This is an excellent opportunity, and we think that we're going to do well.
Good afternoon, judges. I'm Curtis Padmore. Sorry, I'm Chiwale Gooden. Nervousness. I'm Chiwale Gooden. I am the CFO of Westoons. I'm a chartered accountant by profession. Here's our CEO, Curtis Padmore.
Good afternoon. The animation industry is one that has unique opportunities. And I'd like to start there by discussing the opportunity in animation. Right now, we're looking at a $2 trillion industry globally, with 25% of the global audiovisual market being taken up by animation.
So this is where our business model kinds of, has been derived. Where we're looking first at global outsourcing. We go into the market, we see how we can do work for these international brands. We do it with quality, we do it with speed, and we do it at a good price.
The Learn About project is the project that we think can be a significant win for us. It leverages mobile device technology, animation, and artificial intelligence. Where we're seeing some early shifts in the market towards AI, or artificial intelligence, a good example is Siri. Our focus is leveraging that in education and animation. And to give you a bit of backdrop about it, the project is one that enhances primary school education by utilizing animation, mobile device tech, and artificial intelligence to create a simulated teacher-child relationship. The project is codenamed LearnerBot because LearnerBot is also a learning bot. It learns about the child as relationship grows. So it builds an archive of relevant information about the child.
What do we want? This business is about relationships. We want relationships from you. We want relationships with international studios. To develop our outsourcing model, get the relationships, understand what they want, and then you do co-production. So co-production is next, and then specific expansion investment to facilitate all of this.
Westoons had delivered a strong pitch, but will it stand up to the scrutiny of the judges?
I didn't get a sense that you segmented what type of animation you're going to be focusing on. It might be that you're general, but there's, as you know, there are segmentations. There's 2D versus 3D. There is pre and post production, plus obviously feature film and animated adverts, like the whole Esurance kind of model. But my question to you is, what is your completed per second cost for dollar cost for animation?
The focus of the company is 2D animation. 2D animation. And based on our focus on entering the market, not doing the per second billing, but more so specific long-term business relationship under contract for the chunk production of about 20 to 22 minutes. So hence our costs are structured around that. If you break it down, it's roughly about, I believe, 4,000 per minute.
I recognize that you guys have something really nice as a base here, but we need to understand a bit more about how you're going to compete from a dollars and cents point of view with the other outsourced markets. Because you spoke about India, there's also China is coming on board with animation. Croatia has a budding animation system, and the biggest pool of latent animation is in Russia. So you have a lot of competitors out there, but it's a good idea. I'd like to see your sample product.
We've just seen the judges. I felt they went relatively well. They gave some very pointed comments. Looking back, maybe we should have taken a slight slant in our presentation. However, I think we have a very good chance and we should be moving on to the next stage.
We now return to Sasha Cosmetics, where Uttam was representing strongly.
This slide simply shows that we dominate our market. We always felt if we had to go outside to compete, all the brands are in Trinidad. It's the easiest place to do business in the world. Pack your suitcase with goods, you come and you start selling. If we have to compete, we have to beat everybody here on this market first. And we are doing that. The blue line is revenues. We've been growing revenues. Although we got a little whack in 2009 with the recession, we continue to grow revenues. That's like about 22% over 2008. Our assets were going up. We were investing while we were growing revenues. So that's why the profits were a little bit low. And we are continuing to invest. But the profit is this dark green line. You can see even that is rising. In summary, we have a strong brand. There's a huge unfulfilled need out there that we can fill. We have excess capacity. I'm stressing we dominate foreign competition, our market. Therefore, we can go out there. And very important is that because of the ACP and the duty-free agreement, we can, and our low manufacturing costs, we can go out there into the European and the UK market with an ex-factory price that is 20% of the final retail price. So there's a huge market and a huge opportunity to do the strategy correctly. And when we say putting beauty assistants at every counter, there's a huge enough market margin there to do that.
The judges were impressed with Uttam's pitch, but Dominican judge Kenneth Green wanted further clarification about company equity moving forward.
Thank you for your presentation. I get your unique selling point. I think it's a very strong point that you have, that you dominate your local market, which is the most exhibitant of exotic skin tone market. But what I don't get is in this page here, or not get, but I'd like more clarity in terms of the equity position that you are selling for an EU partner or your EU and UK startup operation, you're essentially saying it's going to be a total startup, at which point the equity will be valued at what?
Well, it's a percentage equity in the company there. We're looking at that, but it's not cast in concrete. If somebody wants to offer zero equity, well then there's a different supply price for it. That supply price we spoke about being 20% of retail.
Yes.
When we did our research, that's the kind of numbers we get. That price, we will give out of that price for equity in that business, for percentage equity in that business, up to 50% maybe.
Okay.
If it's 25%, then we have a different price regime we will talk about. But if we drop that price substantially, then, and we're at almost ex-factory break-even in Trinidad, for more ex-factory, then the chances of that company being profitable are even greater. So we're taking the risk in that market with them.
Oh, I just met with the judges and it was a good experience, and I hope I was able to convince them that we do have a product line that can go global, and going global to the EU, UK is exciting to us, and we do have the capacity to do it. So I'm hoping that they were convinced.
When the pitches were finished, the judges deliberated the merits of each candidate, beginning with the Internet Business-to-Business Network, Seashell Consulting.
Great ideas, great thoughts, but going into a market that they really don't have much of a product differentiation from the other leaders in there.
Ms. Bradford.
I didn't see any innovation around the service that they were selling.
I think Sasha is something worth going forward for the entity.
It's a fantastic product that could go places, but the packaging will have to be tweaked.
They uniquely represent some of the things that we want to see.
Westoons.
I'm sure the gentlemen are talented, but the business model is not actually what we need in terms of Breakpoint.
Who is the budding entrepreneur that will go through to the next round? The passionate owner of the online business-to-business network? The persuasive CEO of the cosmetics company for all skin tones? The lifestyle clothing brand with a strong social agenda? Or the animation company looking to represent their Caribbeanness? Find out next week who will be going through to London on Breakpoint. Here is the contact information for each of the firms represented in today's show. We wish all our firms every success with their business.
Liat, the Caribbean airline.